Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Doug Woods Show. I'm DJ Foster, joined by Grand Valley State head softball coach Doug Woods. Coach, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you.
Got a lot to talk about from the GLIAC tournament this past weekend. You played 5 times in a span of about 36 hours. There was schedule changes, weather delays, all the good stuff. After the tournament, you're 44-13 overall in the season. Let's just jump right into it. Friday, you played your opening game against Northwood.
Right.
You win 5-1. I mean, you certainly handled the game. You had a 4-0 lead and then just kind of carried it out. But Northwood kind of stuck around. Brianna Taylor hit a home run for you. Tanya Calkins also homered. Hannah Santora pitched great, a 3-hitter in a complete game. Great way to start the weekend off with the 5-1 win.
Yeah, anytime you're in a double elimination tournament, sure don't want to get into the loser's bracket in the first game. So it was great to win that first one 5-1. And Northwood, we had beaten them 3 times, lost to them the last time we played them. So, it was great to Hannah pitch well. Last time it was that Hannah pitched against them. It was a shootout, so she kept them under wraps this time, and we had enough offensive power to carry us over.
Yeah, now you had a little break in between, and then you came back and played Ferris State later on Friday. You were leading 3-1. It was a classic pitchers duel. You scrapped together a couple runs. I think you had a few sac flies in there that scored some runs. Top of the 7th inning, Ferris State hits a 3-run homer to take a 4-3 lead. You get a runner on base in the bottom of the 7th, and then a game-ending double play gives Ferris the 4-3 win. Lost in that was Brianna Taylor's tremendous performance. She was 4 for 4. She had a triple. She scored a run. She had an RBI. That was just part of her terrific day on Friday, but a tough way to lose and get down in the loser's bracket, a 4-3 loss to Ferris.
Yeah, very tough game. You're up 3-1 late in the game. You think you're in pretty good shape. You know, the inning before, Hannah worked out of some problems, and then in that inning, the first 2 batters got on with singles. And maybe you get into overcoaching. You think, gee, should we make a change? Katie had been warming up. She was ready. Went out and I asked Hannah. I said, Hannah, what do you think? I said, you pitched the first game. You've had a lot of pitches so far. I said, Katie's ready, and she said, why don't we bring Katie in? Katie got 2 outs, but then gave up a 3-run homer. But then we turned around and once again pinch hit Maggie Kopus, who's been a great person off the bench pitch hitting for us. She gets on base. We bunt. We get all the way over to first and third in that situation with 1 out. I think we're in great shape. And we hit one to the to the right side, and I think we're going to score a run here. I just didn't even dream we're going to hit into a game-ending double play, and that's how it ended. And man, smacks you right in the face, but now you got to bounce back.
Well, and that was the other thing too. You had to bounce back immediately because of the way the schedule worked. They moved a game directly after that, so you had to play back-to-back games, and that's a lot of mental pressure there. But you came back against Tiffin, a team who had lost earlier in the day too, so they were kind of in the same scenario. And you win 10-0 in 5 innings. You were just tremendous. You scored 4 in the first. You led 7-0 after 2 innings. You really took control early on. Tanya Calkins was 3 for 3. She had 3 RBI. Katie Martin, 3 for 3, a couple of doubles. She scored 3 runs. Brianna Taylor was 2 for 3, hit a home run that hasn't landed yet, scored 2 runs and drove in 2. So it was a nice way to at least close the day and at least guarantee coming back on Saturday.
Yeah, you talk about bouncing back after a tough loss, and basically you had about 25 minutes to get ready and play, and we just hit the ball exceptionally well, and pitching-wise we held them down. We're playing at 8:30 at night, and it's probably about maybe 41 degrees, not the best of weather situations, but they had to play in it, and you just play, and then the girls did a great job.
Yeah, the first game of the day was at 10 a.m., third game of the day was at 8:30, so definitely a long day for you guys on Friday. Came back on Saturday having to play Northwood again in the loser's bracket, moving on, and you handled them pretty easily. You won 12-3. You're up 4-0, 7-2. Every time Northwood tried to make a little bit of a push, you bounced back and scored a few runs of your own. You had 5 players with 2 hits. Nellie Casola had a triple. Kaylee Bertram had a home run. They both had 2 RBIs apiece. 13 hits for you in the 12-3 victory.
Yeah, I thought that Kaylee's home run was sort of big. We were up 4-0, and then they came back, and it was 4-2, and then Kaylee hit a 2-run homer, went up 6-2, and from there we took off. And so her home run, I think, really sparked us. And like you say, Nellie, I think they were playing in a little bit. She put it over their head, and she can scoop. She got the third fairly easily on that. So once again, we hit the ball fairly well.
Yeah, and then that brought up your second rematch of the weekend against Ferris State again. Another good pitchers duel. Ferris State was able to push runs across in the third and the sixth inning. I'm sure you'll talk about one of the runs that is an unconventional as of an RBI as you can get. So Ferris State gets the 2-0 win. Hannah pitched great, only gave up 5 hits and 2 runs in 7 innings. Just couldn't get any runs home. Twice you left the bases loaded. You left 11 runners on base. Obviously there were some opportunities there, but Ferris is a good team,
Yes.
and they were just able to win that and advance to the GLIAC championship.
Yeah, it was a well-played game. Both games against Ferris were very good college softball games. Their first run, the wind was really howling, and it looked like it was going to be caught in mid-left field and ended up by the shortstop. And with 2 outs, they were running, and they scored a run off of that, which was tough. We had our chances, especially late in the game, in the last inning. They walked Katie Martin to load the bases. With 2 outs, and Tanya was up, and Tanya Calkins had been hitting well for us. Put it up the middle. Their shortstop made a nice dive, came up with the ball, flipped to second, and got the out to end the game. If she doesn't get it, we score 2 runs, and
Right.
we'll talk about either winning or extra innings. But that's how it goes.
Right. So you go 3-2 at the tournament. Wayne State ended up winning the tournament over Ferris State on Sunday, but all that kind of turned into a moot point as you found out that you'd be hosting the regional tournament this weekend. It's a 4-team bracket. There'll be 4 teams here and 4 teams at Indianapolis. Your bracket is you're the number 2 seed. Ashland's number 3. Bellarmine is number 6. St. Joe's is number 7. So Ashland and Bellarmine play at noon on Friday, weather permitting, of course. And then you'll play St. Joseph's at 2:30 on Friday. Interesting note for both games. Ashland and Bellarmine split earlier this season, the only time they played. You and St. Joseph's also split the only time you played. So to kind of talk about this weekend, Friday through Sunday will be the tournament here in Allendale.
Yeah, and once again, it's double elimination, so geez, please win the first game. We played St. Joe way back when in March, when it was 80 degrees, and we split with them. Frank Wilkins, their coach, he's a good friend of mine, and they've had a good year. Now, they've struggled here as of late, but I'm telling our players, don't let that fool you in the least. He will definitely have them ready to play. They've had a good year, and I think, I could be wrong, this may be the first time they've been in an NCAA regional, so they're going to be all juiced up for that, and we're going to have to come out and play well against them.
Yeah, so again, Ashland and Bellarmine will be at noon on Friday here at the GVSU softball field. Grand Valley State, the number 2 seed, will take on St. Joseph's at 2:30 on Friday, so come on out. There'll be 2 games on Friday, 3 on Saturday, and 1 or 2 on Sunday for the championship game. Doc, best of luck this weekend. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on hosting the regional.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the Doug Woods Show here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.